I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie. Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie. Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie. Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie. Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie. In the lead of an action, the lead of an action, an action, an action, in the lead of an action, an action, the lead of an action, the lead of an action, the lead of an action, lead of an action, the lead of an action movie.
You think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call me up 100 times, cause you know I go crazy.
Let that song play.
For mine.
1K subs, celebrating all week. Alright. Guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Jennifer Lawrence. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Really? Look at this shit here, man.
Hunger Games. Nobody had ever put a woman in the... I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. And it's just amazing to watch it happen and watch you at the helm.
The fact that this girl thinks that she's the first female action lead, Angelina Jolie don't exist. What's whatchamacallit's wife? Hold on, I think somebody had a list down here. Linda Hamilton, Pam Grier, Michelle Yeoh, Mrs. Weaver. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say Mila Jovovich, Uma Thurman, Angelina Jolie, Michelle Rodriguez, who's fine as hell by the way, Carrie Ann Moss, Halle Berry, and there's much more. What is she talking about, bro? There is a sickness. Shout out to Apple. Really sickness in the heads of these women walking around here in the year 2022. It is something clinically wrong with these narcissistic women who think the world revolves around them. This girl is psychotic, bro. Absolutely psychotic. New York Post says Jennifer Lawrence roasted for saying she was the first woman action lead in Hunger Games. You goddamn right, because she's out of her mind. She hasn't been relevant since the X-Men movies. And as far as let's address some of these things, because I saw somebody said, what was that? What was that tweet that I just saw it a minute ago? This controversy is stupid. Yes, Jennifer Lawrence is wrong about female-led action movies, but her main thesis is correct. Engage with that. Maybe you'll learn something. I don't think that's the tweet. Oh, here it is. It is untrue that no one had ever put a woman. No, he said it is untrue that no one had ever put a woman in an action movie before Jennifer Lawrence in Hunger Games. It is absolutely true that Hollywood had and has a real bias against women-driven action movies because of this ridiculous belief about who identifies with whom. What are you talking about? I need all of you social justice warriors to pay attention. Hollywood's number one job is to make money. Period. All right? So it is their job to put out films that people can resonate with. When you put out a movie with a female action lead, you are going up against a tough hill to climb to get young men to identify with that. Because the fact of the matter is, sweetheart, women just don't give a fuck about going to support this stuff. They don't. If they did, Terminator Woke Fate would have never flopped. Charlie's Angels would have never flopped. Harley Quinn and the Sirens or whatever the hell they was would have never flopped. What else flopped? She-Hulk flopped. Mrs. Marvel flopped. Okay? All of these female-led properties that y'all butchered, by the way. Oh, what about the female-led Ghostbusters? Flop. It flopped because even the women don't go and support that. Oh, let's go ahead and drop the WNBA in that too, because y'all love to talk about how they should get paid more money, but y'all don't want to go and see the movies. So if you don't want to go and see the games, if you don't want to go and see the games, and you don't want to go and see the movies where females are at the centric of it, why is it incumbent upon men to go and watch the shit? We don't care about that shit. So this idea that Hollywood has a bias against women-led action movies, no, they don't. They have a bias against movies that don't make money. And I'm sorry to tell you, sir, ma'am, female-led action movies do not make money. It is what it is. Get over it. And you got people in Hollywood that's trying to change it, and their stock prices are going in the dumps. But you can keep trying. I heard they're gonna redo. They're gonna change their minds and do that female-led Pirates of the Caribbean movie. All right, Disney. It is almost as if you're not listening. So when it goes, then you have nobody to blame but yourself. But y'all keep wanting to do all this rap capping about female-led action movies. Don't nobody want to see that shit, man. Nobody want to see that shit. Ain't nobody going. I mean, what about Kill Bill? Kill Bill was one of the greatest movies of all time. Female-led. Female-led. I'm talking about kicking straight ass. I'm talking about blood, guts. Man, please, man. This is a legend right here. Absolute legend. Give Jennifer Lawrence a lot of credit. Before Silver Linings Playbook, Hollywood had never made a movie about a young, pretty, quirky girl who teaches an older man to embrace the fullness of life. What the fuck is he talking about? But anyway, I mean, this is absolute. And Viola Davis, she ain't wrapped too tight either. If you really thought that Woman King shit was a hit, you have lost your mind. I mean, look at all this. Look at all this. People like Jennifer Lawrence can't make do with being a gigantic Oscar-winning star. She has to feel like she did something no one else ever did before, and by golly, she will invent something like that if it's like the last thing she does. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, wrong account. Yes, guys, I am still on a permanent suspension with no Twitter amnesty in sight, by the way. So, yeah. But, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Jennifer Lawrence has to be snorting, the biggest pound, the biggest mountain of coke in all of Hollywood because she's delusional. All right, talk to y'all later.
Let's go. Hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby.